Heath, just for you know, for the young enthusiasts out there, what's your number one message for them? You know, how are they going to become the next Heath Ryan?
Don't do it. You know, I think you do have to have a dream, and you know, some people want to do this, some people don't. But I think if you want to do it, you just have to understand that you've got to say it. You've got to tell your mum and dad that you would really like to go to the Olympics. And I think that's the first thing. You kind of got to get it out there. And then once you've done that, then you can kind of plan for it, and it takes all sorts of things, determination and passion, and that's critical. But you know, you don't have to be wealthy. Everyone thinks you got to be really rich.
It helps.
But sometimes the hard yards make the champions. You know, so I would go, you know, I know there are people out there that get it a little bit easier than everyone else, but they still have to work really hard. And if you have to work harder again, let me tell you, you're more likely to be a superstar. It's a very difficult obstacle to go over, but it's actually the making of the amazing individuals. So I think that's really critical. I think you've got to work out how to do it, you know, and I think you just have to remember that you mustn't give up. There are ways of working out how to do it even without any money. And I think the other thing that's really important is when you watch the Olympics, you know, the top people are just so awesome. They're like beings from another universe. But if you watch the 50% of the riders, the bottom 50%, there's no question the average Australian pony club kid could ride as badly as that. Now, please don't think that's being disrespectful. It's not. They're just not talented people at the Olympics. They're just people that had a dream and then worked out how they were going to do it. Like they go, look, I understand I'm a little bit of a reject when it comes to talent, but I am who I am. Now, how do I make the most of how I am or who I am, what skills I've got? Don't sort of linger on what skills you don't have. You work out what you've got, and then you try and use those skills as accurately and as positively as you can. That's where most of the Olympic riders come from. They just get over the fact that they're not superstars, and they work towards it, and they try and become more and more accurate. Just keep in mind, it's not the rider that's the athlete. The rider has to do the thoughtfulness. It's the horse that's the athlete.